Hey guys, Robert Blackman, president of Felice Cafe. Today I'm going to do some Felice Cafe, give you a game plan. The great thing about network marketing is that it's so simple, but also the worst thing about network marketing is you got to know how to get started. You will procrastinate. Well, I'm going to speak personally. I'm not going to talk about you. I'm going to talk about me. I would procrastinate. I would overthink everything. I would say I would get on every call. I would go to every event. But I literally, one company I'd been in a year, I went to two different events and never had talked to one person about the business. And people say, "Are you making any money yet?" I said, "No, we'll be pretty soon." I got some feelers out. But I had never ever talked to anybody, never exposed it to anybody. This is even in the age of the internet. And why is just fear-based? Not knowing what to do. So when you don't know what to do, you don't take action. When you know what to do, you take action. Just like in a relationship, you know what to do that is going to create a positive or a negative impact on your mate. You know what they like, you know what they don't like, you know how to swoon, you know how to not swoon. This business is the same way. It's a dance. I call it courting your prospects. And what most people like to do, or they feel like they want to happen, is they want to get married to their prospect day one. It's difficult to do that. It's difficult to do that in real life. Those are called shotgun weddings. So I'm going to call that shotgun signups. All right, write that down because that's what most people try to do. They try to get a shotgun sign up. Why? Because it, number one, pays for their products they bought, and they're concerned, how many months can I stay on this program without contacting anybody? Well, I'm an example of somebody that stayed on auto ship for 12 months and never talked to anybody, but things were working, right? I was thinking about it. I was on every call. I knew the comp plan. I knew all the ingredients. I was taking the product. I'd even made a few testimonial videos, even a couple of business op videos. Never posted them. Never talked to anybody in 12 months in a network marketing program. So it was like wanting to ask out the pretty girl at school, and you walk by her and you turn your head. Okay, or you'd be sitting next to the lunch line with her and have 100,000 things you wanted to say. She said something to you and you just mumbled, you blew it, you choked. Okay, so I'm trying to explain to you today what my game plan would be if I was you. If I was a cafe connector, what would I do? I'm not a cafe connector. I'm the president of the company. I'm not a distributor at Felice Cafe. So I'm just showing you today something you might want to look at so you're not sitting here 12 months later thinking about building Felice Cafe. And one of the reasons why you didn't do it is because nobody ever told you what to do. I didn't know how to get started. Was never shown a game plan. Well, guess what? What's the name of this video? Game plan. Felice Cafe game plan. So this is something that you can watch anytime. Okay. Couple of philosophies, and I'm going to focus on the cafe card philosophy. However old this video is that you're watching, we have plans for a bookend of an AM coffee. That's all we have right now. Eventually, sometime in 2020, we don't know the date, we're going to introduce a PM coffee. It'll be a decaf with melatonin and probably CBD. Okay, not going to say for sure right now for all sorts of reasons, but we're looking into that. I've tried it. It's great. It's great after dinner. It's great if you're feeling a little jazzed up that day and you just you're not quite there and you need kind of chill. It's a great chill coffee, even in the morning. I've had my regular coffee, and some days the caffeine will kick in and it'll roll me out to where I'm non-productive, and I'll drink a little half a cup of PM coffee and I'm just all smoothed out. Okay, so that's the bookends, AM, PM. We'll have cafe cards for all those. So today, I'm just talking about the AM cafe card, and it doesn't matter. One day we'll have an AM, PM that'll send out a samples. Won't that be cool? So somebody can get a morning and an evening. So that's the whole idea. The concept behind Felice Cafe is that you're going to wake up in the morning, the first thing you're gonna do is drink a cup of Felice Cafe. You go to sleep before you go to sleep at night, what's the last thing you're gonna do? You're gonna drink a cup of Felice PM. So we're gonna get you coming and going when you wake up and you go to sleep. So that's the whole concept behind Felice Cafe. All right, so with that in mind, we're going to number one, this is gonna be your funnel, $4.95, and I'm going to call it a cafe card, a CC, okay? Prospects can go to your website right now, and the people that are coining this is working the best is start your own business or start your own coffee business for $4.95. Go here. Go to shop. They tell them go to shop, and then go down and pick single cafe card for $4.95. That gets them the cafe card with a sample of the AM product. It gets them a customer to you. So it's got 2.5 CV on it. So you earn a commission. It's a small commission, but it's something, right? You get 10 of those, that's 25 CV. You're a connector 1 on Fast Starts. So they get a cafe card with a sample, number 1. Number 2, they become a customer for you. Number 3, they get their own website. And number 4, as soon as they refer somebody, they become a cafe connector. So that's why this is so crucial, because you're not just giving away a sample or, for free and they're paying for shipping. You're getting someone started in the business per se. I mean, if their intent is to eventually become a cafe connector. And remember, you just can't come in and buy a $99 or $4.99 kit to become a distributor. As you guys know, our belief is you don't become a distributor just because you bought a distributor kit. That's not how it works here at Felice Cafe. You become a customer first, and then you become a distributor, or what we call a cafe connector, after you do what? You sell something. Even if it's just a $4.95 cafe card, you upgrade from a customer to a connector right then. And you're eligible for commissions, not only on the first order of that first customer, that you're for everyone after that based upon our compensation plan. So, how many people can you sign up at $4.95? The bar is lowered for you. So nobody's jumping through hoops. Nobody has to wait for their wife or husband to come home or significant other to sit down and have a talk with them like, I want to join this business and it's $495 and I want to put it on our MasterCard. And I know we were saving that for, a trip, or, I know we just got that paid down, or I know that it's at $500 and our credit limit's at $1,000. It's going to max out that card and that card's dead until our next payday. Can I do it? There's no asking permission for $5. You got it on your debit card. You got it on any credit card that you have right now. Hopefully you've got $5 of loose change. Okay? So this is a winner. This is such a significant aspect of our business, of the game plan. That's why I'm spending so much time setting this up for you today, to let you know, if I were you, I'd be saying to Sherry, well, let's go see how many $4.95 I can get today. And I'd be on the phone, I'd be texting, I'd be emailing, I'd be doing Facebook Lives on it, I'd be doing videos like this on it, I'd be sending out emails, I'd just be saying, hey, here it is, start your own coffee business for $5, $4. Like, who's in? If you do, you're going to get my help at a 20 club. 4 who get 4 makes $660 a month if they're all at 100 CV. Hey, guess what? You don't drink coffee, that's okay. Your customer's CV counts towards your qualifications. So come on, coffee drinkers, non-coffee drinkers, let's go. It's $4.95. I'd hold up the sample and go, and I'd be doing that all day long. I'd have cafe cards in our car, which we do in our truck. We have them. Sherry's got them stuffed down in her Hermione purse that she has, okay, for her and the kids. She pulls them out and passes them out like candy wherever we go. I wear the Felice Cafe hat. In the summertime, I wear the t-shirt all the time. As you see, we do videos with Felice Cafe back here. We're branding ourselves all the time, and it's $4.95 to get involved in this business. Wow. Okay, that's what I would be doing. Could you hear the excitement? Could you see my facial expressions, my hand motions? Okay, let's get after it. It's not $495, it's $4.95. You can sell this. You can do that. Part-time, full-time. You're burned out, you've never been in. Doesn't matter. You've got, you live with somebody, you live alone, you got 20 kids, it doesn't matter. Carry the cafe cards wherever you go. I'm gonna see if I can find one here somewhere around me. Hang on. Yes. So, this is it. This is what a cafe card is with a sample of the AM coffee on it. We're going to have PM cards for this. Hopefully we'll have keto cards, hot cocoa cards as we go down the road. No promises on dates on those, but that's the whole idea. Everything is a sample. Everything's on a cafe card. Everything's on a keto card. Everything's on a cocoa card. All right? So the idea is, if I give you this sample of coffee, will you try it? If I, will you? Okay? Learned that from Eric Worre. I spoke at his event in 2012. Over a cigar and a scotch, I learned, if I, will you? And it's the simplest but the most brilliant way to sample. Hey, do it on your Facebook. Do it like this. Hey, if I give you a free sample, will you try it? That's the free way of doing it. The paid way is, hey, want to start your own business? Ours is just $4.95. Get a sample of the coffee on a cafe card. On the front, it tells you what it does. On the back, it tells you what's in it. And boom, you get to put your information on it if you're mailing it or handing it out. So, I would have one of these stuck to my face. Okay? I did a video that you can find on our blog. If it, a dog carrying a cafe card in its mouth could build a 20 club with cafe cards. A dog just walking around like this. Hey, want to try here? Try this. Hey, buddy, what do you got there? Oh, look at a cafe card. And as soon as the guy takes it out of my mouth, I run away because it tells him or her what it does. It tells them what's on the back, what it is, what's in it, and you put a little label on there, or a stamp, rubber stamp, or you handwrite it, whatever you do. So a dog with the cafe card in their mouth can build a 20 club. Okay? Build a 20 club at $4.95 and then get people to upgrade. Right now, about every 10 cafe cards we have out, we have a little over 6 people that are upgrading to either a bag of coffee, 2 bags of coffee, one for them, one for their spouse, significant other. Or what most people are doing is they're doing a bag, plus they're doing 25 of the cafe cards. So the bag's for their personal consumption. The cafe cards are for them. There's 25 of them that come at $59.95, 50 CV. A bag of coffee has 28. So you get 3 more with the bag. And so basically you have less. You have 25, and that's because of the same price, $59.95, 50 CV. We do that because the cost of the postcard, the cost of the little glue stick that goes on it, a little sticky, whatever it is that comes with it. So that's an additional cost. That's why we have 25 cafe cards, but you get 28 of the sticks or the satchels in the bag. So get a bag, get 25 of these. Walk around with them. Be a dog with the note in their mouth. Be a dog with the cafe card in their mouth. That's it. Hey, I just started a new business. If I give you a sample of my coffee, will you try it? That's if you're getting the 25 or if you're giving them away. You can go into your own back office. Put your own credit card in there and have a sample drop shipped to somebody. So if you have a family member that lives out of town, out of state, you're not going to see them for a while to next holiday, mail it. Go to your back office. When you do that, the $2.50 CV counts towards your qualification of your personal CV that you got to have. So again, you could never drink a cup of coffee. You never have a shipment show up at your front door ever for the rest of your life at Felice Cafe, and you can be qualified for commissions with customer volume. So CV here stands not commissionable volume. It stands for customer volume because we are the customer first company. Customer first company is what we are. So again, you see the game plan. How much have I talked about anything else? What have I talked about? This. This is the business right here. When Sherry and I talked about this, designing Felice Cafe, she just knew it as we were writing it down, and she was sitting there smiling. I go, what are you smiling about? She goes, I'm waiting for you to get a postcard or direct mail into this concept sometime because of you know, I've been in printing business. You know, I was born in a printing company. Not literally, but my dad ran a plant, and you know, and I grew up at that plant. Eventually had 300 employees, ran 3 shifts, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He had a pager back in the 70s and 80s. He had a pager because all they had was the bag cell phones, which cost like, you know, $1,000 a minute to use. So she goes, when are you going to come up with this? So I wrote this card right here out in a hospital bed while I had chemo running through my veins, thinking I was going to die or planning on dying. We have, you know, you got to plan for that, which is not fun, by the way. I wrote out, sketched it out. One day I'll show you guys that at a convention, the front of the card, not the colors, but the concept, the ingredients. I picked all the ingredients. Sherry did too. And this right here. And the concept, and Sherry just thought it was brilliant because it is brilliant because it's easy. It's not complicated. People overcomplicate network marketing and it becomes unpredictable. And when this business is unpredictable, what do people do? Nothing. You want to know why people go to jobs every single day around the world that they hate? Literally hate it. Makes them sick to their stomach just to get ready in the morning. Why do they do that and not try to find another job? Because it's predictable. Us human beings, most of us, we like things that are predictable. We like to know that, you know, the sun's going to rise. We like to know that we put our key or, you know, we punch our car button to start it, that it's going to start. We like to know we go into work somewhere and we, you know, clock in or however you do it. And then after 40 hours of work, you're going to get a paycheck. Predictable. And if there's anything I'm going to tell you about your game plan today, and this is why this is all I'm going to talk about today here. And what I probably should have done is done this. And I'm going to do it now. $4.95. That is your Felice Cafe game plan. A suggestion from the president of the company of what I would do if I were you. Because do I want, and here's the whole concept behind this, and a lot of people I've talked to called me and says, man, I just wish you didn't have that sample. I wish it's just $5. Man, it's going to bring a bunch of people that are just losers or people that'll be tire kickers, and I just don't want to go through all that. And I go, fine, sell the larger packages, package 1, 2, 3, or whatever we got right now. Make a fast start on those and, you know, call it a day. So we've got people that are bypassing this, that do not like this because they think that the bar is lowered so much that it lets everybody in, and they don't want everybody in. Well, would be my philosophy, and there's nothing wrong with that philosophy. That is a philosophy, and it will work if you work it. Anything works if you work it, guys, gals. So my philosophy would be, I want as many people as possible to do this. Take this off, tear it off, put it in a cup, and go, I like that. Or, nope, don't like it, we'll never try it again. I want that decision. I don't want a yes, no, and maybe when somebody gets a sample from me, a cafe card from me. Here's what I want. I want a yes or a no. And I want to get as many yes or no's as I can a day. He or she who passes out the most cafe cards wins. Because it's coffee. 400 million cups a day are drank of coffee. So we jumped in it. We put a canoe in that river, and it's a fast moving river because people don't have time. People don't start their days without coffee. People won't talk to other people till they have their coffee. People won't sit down to read email or even listen to anything at work, and you just go, hang on, I got to get my coffee. How many times have you said that? Let's get into that's way too heavy. I haven't woken up yet. Let me get my first cup of coffee and we'll get into that. What better product to be in network marketing besides weight loss? And guess what? We got weight loss on this. You can manage your weight. We got products in here that help burn fat. Not gonna make any claims. That's, the disclaimer is there's no guarantee if you drink the coffee it'll burn fat. Because I know someone one day will be watching this and say Robert made a claim, and we're going to sue them. So that's not a claim. That's my belief, which may or may not be true for you. So there's no guarantee that if you drink our coffee, any of these 4 things will happen. There's no guarantee any of these ingredients on the back will help you or hurt you. There's no guarantee of any of that. It's a risk, all right? It's a $5 risk to try our coffee. So here's what I know about the coffee business, and this is why we're in it, and this is why if I was a rep, a cafe connector, I would be the top guy. I would do it. I'd beat everybody because I understand the coffee business. And here's the coffee business. When I do this and I take a sip, the first sip, matter of fact, the smell before you even take the first sip, here's what I know. I either like it or I don't. Bingo. Yes or no. Stop. This is where the shotgun wedding works. Okay. It doesn't work on getting somebody to come in at $495. The shot, $4.95 is low. But where the shotgun wedding happens for me is when they taste it. Do you like the taste? Yes or no? Let's move on down to the next gate. Let's go to door number 2, which is, do you want a bag or you want 25 cafe cards? It's $59.95. Which card you want to put that on? Or do you want to get a bag of coffee and get samples? That's what most people do. So when you're talking to people, they say, well, what should I order? Well, get a bag and get 25 cafe cards. That's what most people are doing right now. Bingo. I've got some people that are on 50 cafe cards. Not a lot, but about 5% of the team is. And they're just passing these things out like Frisbees. There's here, try this. If I give this to you, boom. Hey, if I hit you in the head with this at work, will you try it? I mean, I would be going berserk. I'd be going crazy on this because I was just going, wow, I can sell this and people will buy it. So for me, I want thousands of people every month trying this coffee. And here's what the second thing I know. Number 1, what do I know? By the smell and the first taste, I like the flavor. Or we get this comment a lot. That's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Because they go, I read this and I became very skeptical about how in the world this can even taste good with all those ingredients in it that are not coffee. All the enhancements, as I call it. So people, their supposition going into it, it's going to taste bad. That's why ours tastes so good. That's the formula. That's the mad scientist formula for coffee. It's like gunpowder. And we went through probably a dozen formulations until we found one that tasted good but had good effects. So number 1, the smell and the taste, because they're one and the same. Because most people do this. They smell their coffee, or as they're getting ready to drink, they'll go, this smells good. Or they go, this smells kind of funky. Or this smells so bad, I don't even think I want to taste it. Here, you try it. All right, tell me what it's like. So we get that. So I want as many people as possible tasting it, smelling it, because that's what coffee drinkers do. And they know on the first sip. They don't need 3 samples. They don't need a week's worth to know on the taste. Okay, so I know that. So number 1, I'm going to erase that. You guys know what I'm talking about on $4.95. I don't need to emphasize that anymore, but I will. Because I want you to know what your game plan is, or a game plan could be. Okay, this isn't the only game plan you can do. This is a game plan, and this is what I would do. Okay, so we're talking about the smell and the taste. That's number 1 that I know. First sip, I know whether I like that coffee or not. You done that? Gone to a truck stop, 7-Eleven, QT, whatever you got, Buc-ee's in Texas, and you get gas, or you got to have a bathroom break, or you want a snack, and it's late at night, you're driving home, and here's what you do. You give me the coffee. Sherry, hand me the coffee, because Sherry will go make it while I'm getting gas or whatever. So, and here she comes with, sunflower seeds, chocolate-covered raisins, beef jerky, and coffee. So we get all buckled back up. I get heading down the road, and I go, hey, hand me my coffee. Or I reach down to get my coffee, and here's what I do. I go, oh my God, that's horrible. Or I'll go, man, for a truck stop, that's pretty good coffee. Or for QT or for Buc-ee's, what flavor is that? What is that? And so I know the first one. So the smell and the taste. What a great market to be in, to where when somebody tries your product, they know immediately, bang, I know right now, do I have a customer or not? There's no waiting to see if they're going to lose weight, if it's a weight loss shake, and I've been in that business. It took, I haven't really tried, I got to add it in. And, it's a meal replacement. And you know what? I just realized I really like eating, and I don't like missing meals. I don't like drinking my meal. I've been on the weight loss product for 30 days and I gained 2 pounds. So matter of fact, I'm going to ship back what we have left over, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I like that. Bam, bam, bam. It's instant. They immediately know. Here's the second thing. I'm going to put that as number 1 over here, because there's 2 things. Number 1. Here's number 2. Nootropics. Sounds like a sci-fi movie to me. Have you seen the Nootropics film? I was going to say new Nootropics, but that was a double emphasis on new, N-O-O. Have you seen the Nootropics movie? Google Nootropics. It's a brain stimulant to get rid of the fog. Sometimes I will drink my AM coffee the first cup. Other times I wake up and I had a good night's sleep. There's no fog, so I'll drink a regular cup of coffee. And then my second cup, which will be after lunch, because I get that brain fog, or I'm finding myself nodding wherever we're driving, or if I'm reading, I have to read an email 4 times for it to make sense. I go get some AM and it gets me going. So, number 1. We're going to know by the smell or the taste immediately. Like what? Bam. Immediately. I like it or I don't. If they like it, here's what's really cool. And I want you to stay with me on this today, because this is part of your game plan of knowing what your prospects, your potential customers, potential cafe connectors, what's going through their mind. We already know they have $4.95, or if you're handing them out like candy, they know it's free. The free ones are tough because it's free, and there's no value to free. They just throw it around. So you got to have a follow-up, and we got a script coming for that for you. Or if this is later on, look in your resources in the back office, and the script is there. It'll be game plan script. So here's what's really cool that we have found out that really shocked me. This shocked me about the business. The smell and the taste, they liked it. Then we know this, in 30 minutes to 2 hours, they're either going to feel it or they're not. They're going to feel a difference and they're not. Now, we've had a formula or 2 that they felt it too much. Some people did. A small percentage of people got a little jittery, or they wanted to clean the ceilings or get a toothbrush out and, clean the corners of their house. They just, they couldn't turn it off, couldn't go to sleep. So we've dialed that down a little bit. So now we believe we have almost 100% of where it doesn't affect people in a negative way, where it's too much energy or it's too much brain stimulation. So here is what is cool. I mean, it's obvious, and I know you've already said this. Look, Robert, if they like the smell or taste and they feel it, I've got somebody. Yeah. And when do you know that? Bang! The first day they drink it. You can follow up. Or what's happening, they're calling the cafe connectors, say, I've tried this coffee and I love it. How do I get more? And we've had people call in to corporate and say, I got somebody who wants to sign up. What do I do? I just got my sample last week, and I ordered 2 of them, one for me, one for my friend at work, and they love it, and I don't know what to do. Well, remember, as a customer, you get a website. So check your email for your welcome letter. Your website will be in there. Your sponsor's name, telephone number, his email is in that email as well. Get in touch with them for help. You don't have to come to corporate. Get in touch with your sponsor and they'll help you. So here, that's a no-brainer, right? It's the simplest marketing thing you have probably ever heard. And probably, I know it's what simplest one you've ever seen in network marketing, because network marketing makes it so difficult. The bar's so high that very few people can afford to do it. And when they get in it, I'm going to go on a rant. What I don't like about the $500 and above kits is that you get about 2, 3, 4 months or even 5 months of worth of product, a supply. Even if it's like a pack of everything. What we used to call a jumbo pack is got one of everything. In 30 days, you're not ready to buy another $100 or $150 worth of product because you just spent $500, which has 2, 3, 4 months worth of product in it. So unless somebody's hitting the ground running, or they got a big family, or they're a good retailer, that $500 kit is you're not gonna put a dent in it. So in 30 days, what's gonna happen? Something's gonna show up at the front door, and what Sherry would say, if let's say it was coffee, she goes, "Why are we getting more coffee? We just bought $500 worth of coffee. Cancel that. Send it back. We don't need it." Because obviously, Rob, you're not going to do the business. Remember I told you I was in for 12 months? Well, one of those was the coffee business of all things, all right? The irony. And she goes, "Look, we got so much coffee here, we could open up a cafe, all right?" This was way before we started Felice Cafe. This was years ago. We made fun of me. So here's what we know. The smell and the taste, I like it. The nootropics, I feel it. They call you, you call them, they order a bag of coffee, boom. Bang, first day you got a customer that they try the product. Here's what happened that shocked me. The smell and the taste was a downer. Robert, just hate it. People would text me, "I've just tried this coffee. There's no way I could drink this. Even if I was making $10,000 a month, I could never drink it. So I would make $10,000 a month just by getting customers. But how can I get customers in a business where I don't like the smell or taste of a product?" Okay. So if someone would text me, email me, or call me, or if they were local here, they would tell me personally the next time I saw them, and this is what they would say: "I didn't like the taste." So here's what happened. This is the shocking thing, both for people remote, away from me, and people in person. I would just crack up, and I couldn't believe it because it was a trend. And I go, I tell Cher, John or Jack or Jill or Bill or Mary, I just got a notice from them, they hate the coffee. She goes, strike, boom, next, check them off the list. A couple hours later or an hour later, I'd get another text from that person that said, "I don't like the smell and I can't stand the taste." Here's what they say: "What's in this stuff? What's in this stuff? I feel great. If I can get past the flavor and the smell, you know what? I think I want another sample, or I think I'm going to go and buy a bag." And if it's just me. I'm real particular with my coffee. I'm kind of a coffee snob, and I'm a coffee snob. I'll be the first one to tell you. That's why I made this taste as good as it is because I'm a coffee snob. I'm not going to speak for Sherry, so people would go, "You know what? This stuff works so well. I want my dad to try it. I want my wife, my husband. I want my daughter in New York to try it because she's an accountant and she could use this." So didn't like the smell or taste, but they loved the nootropics and they became a customer. Okay. Number 3. Yes or no. That's what you want in marketing. That's what you want in your business. You want customers to tell you yes or no. Yes or no. Do you like the smell or taste? Yes or no. Did you feel the nootropics? Yes or no. Do you have $4.95? Yes or no? Guys, you just wake up in the morning and you walk down this path. And I'm telling you, if you'll follow everything that I'm telling you, if you become a student of what we put together here, because this is different. This is totally different than any network marketing company that you've probably ever been involved with before. There may be some aspects, but nobody has a system like this. And if you will follow, trust me, if you'll follow this for the next 30, 60, 90 days and get 25 cafe cards in play, be a dog, whatever you got to do, local, national, and all in the U.S. If you get 25 of these puppies out there, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be able to get 25 yeses or nos, right? So, when was the last time in your network marketing business that you could, at the end of the month, go down and say, I had 25 people, and here's all the people that said yes, and here's all the people that said no. When was the last time you got 25 people to tell you yes or no in a month? How about probably never? Maybe your first month or two, but consistently on a monthly basis, can you imagine what would happen to your business is if you got 25, at least 25 yeses or no every month. Not just when you busted out of the gate with a $500 package because you were scrambling to make your $500 back before your wife or husband killed you, or before you killed yourself for spending $500 you really didn't have, right? $4.95, $59.95 for 25 of these. What is that? A little over $2 a pop? The average Starbucks is $3.75. They've created the marketplace for $2 coffee with enhancements. Their coffee at $3.75 or more doesn't have enhancements. It's got more calories. Our product has no calories in it. 0, unless you add sugar or cream. It's calorie free. When was the last time you got 25 yes or no's? And let me ask you this, because I know what the answer is going to be. When was the last time you had 12 months in a row of 25 yeses or no's? And you'll probably get 1% will say, yes, I've done that. Here's the key. This is the key, and I'm going to close up this training today on this. When was the last time you had a downline full of people that got 25 yeses or no? I got $4.95. Follow me here. This is your game plan. This is your Felice Cafe game plan right here. Take a picture of it. All right? Take a picture of this. Write it down. I'm going to stop here for a second. Write this stuff down. Do it. Let's see if I have my cup over here. Yep. Write it down. This is it. Your game plan to go out and create a side hustle or a full-time hustle is right here on this one whiteboard in Norman, Oklahoma, from a bald guy in a beard. Okay? So, here we go. It's your game plan and we're done. I've spent almost 40 minutes explaining to you something I could have told you in four seconds. Okay, and I'm going to do it right now. 4 seconds. Well, let's probably a little bit more than 4. Do you have $4.95? Yes or no? Do you like the smell or taste? Yes or no? Do you feel the Nootropics? Yes or no? Would you like to get a bag? Yes or no? Would you like to get 25 cafe cards? Yes or no? Would you like to buy package 1? Yes or no? Would you like some swag? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do not get caught up on the no's. Your job is to get as many yeses and no's every single month and teach your team to do that. That's what I'm doing today. I'm giving everybody in Felice Cafe a game plan. Do you have $4.95? Yes or no? Do you like the smell or taste? Yes or no? Did you feel the Nootropics? Yes or no? Would you like to get a bag? Yes or no? Would you like to get 25 cafe cards? Yes or no? Would you like to build the business? Would you like to make $660 a month? Yes or no? Let me show you how. With just 20 people. And they go, what? People always say, what? When I say $660 a month, so I'd like to make more than that. I go, let me show you how to make $660 with just 20 people. Have you ever seen that? Has anyone ever taught you, ever shown you how to make $660 a month with 20 people? I draw out 4 circles. Or I tell them to draw out 4 circles if I'm on the phone. And then I say, those 4 who get 4, they're all at 100 CV. 100 CV is 2 bags of coffee. 100 CV is 50 of the cafe cards. 100 CV is a bag of coffee. Let me get a bag of coffee for you. 100 CV, bag of coffee, which is 28 or 25 cafe cards. This is 100 CV right here. Right here. 2 of these, 2 sets of these, or a set each of these. Pretty soon we'll have AM and PM that we can do that with. Okay. That's it. He or she who passes out the most cafe cards wins. Do you get this? That's your game plan. Man, I just don't know what to do. I've joined this new business. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Look, let me tell you something. Get some cafe cards, at least 25, and get on a bag of coffee. Get on 100 CV right now. Get the cards at work. Put them in the break room. Call your family and friends. Text your family and friends. We've got scripts back there that show you how to do all that. I mean, you got everything to say. All you got to do is input it into your phone. Do you got $4.95? Yes or no? Do you like the smell or taste? Yes or no? Did you feel the Nootropics? Yes or no? You can find this out about your prospect the first day that they get this. One day. They don't need to wait 30 days if they like the coffee. All right? I don't need 30 days to figure out if it tastes good. I don't need 30 days to figure out if I felt anything with it. I'm going to either like it or not. I'm either going to feel it or not in the first 30 minutes to 2 hours. What a powerful business. The most powerful business I've ever been involved with. Matter of fact, I wish I was a cafe connector. This thing is so cool. So powerful that the first day, within 2 hours of somebody trying our product, they're going to tell you yes or no. How powerful is that? Am I going to stay here and answer some questions and work with you? Or am I going to scratch you off my list? That's okay. Now here's the great thing. I'm going to end with this today. Number 4. I'm going to change that to A. Okay. Number 4. We kind of learn as we go here at Felice Cafe, which is a great trait to have. Number 4. Referrals. I'm going to teach you this, and then we're done. I know I told you we were done about 40 minutes ago. That's okay. Referrals. Number 1, as a cafe connector, you do not have to order any coffee personally in order to earn commissions. Your 25, 50, and 100 CV can all be put together by customers. CV is customer volume. So that's number 1. Number 2, you go out and you get someone to either try the product at $4.95 or you give it away or you charge whatever you want to for it. They don't like the smell or taste. They don't feel the nootropics. They tell you no. All right? No. Get the coffee out of my face. Do that. Let me ask you a question. Do you know anybody at work that drinks coffee? Do you have any family members that drink coffee? Can I get their information and I'll be happy? Maybe they'll like it. I've already turned people in, help people, the cafe connectors turn a no into a yes. I've had people call me and say, yeah, I passed out 5 samples and 4 of the people didn't like it. And I go, okay, well, let's get on the phone with those 4 people. And they go, no, Robert, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to bug my family and friends. They already told me no. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. Did you ask for a referral? Oh, I'm not an insurance salesperson. I'm not going to bug my... I said, no. I said, did you ask them if they knew anybody that drank coffee at work? Or there any family members that drank coffee? And they're going to go, no, I didn't do that. That's all we're calling them back for. We're not going to bug them. I'm going to call him back. You're going to listen to me. And here's what I'm going to say. Hey, John, it's Robert. I'm working with Bill here. He said, and I'm the president of the company. Just appreciate your feedback. He said that you didn't like it, and that's okay. But let me ask you a question, because we're getting about 6 out of 10 people that like it. So we know there's, 4. So you're in one of the 4 of the 10, and that's cool. But do you know anybody at work that drinks coffee where Bill can give you a few of our samples and you can put them up? Would you be willing to do that for Bill? Because I know you guys are friends. Would you do Bill a favor? Well, sure. Be happy to. Do you have any family members there in your, in Vermont, wherever you're at, or that we could mail to them, or Bill could, meet them at a coffee shop, where Bill's really excited about this. He's one of the 6 out of 10 that like it. And I'm trying to help Bill build the business. So who do you know? So we've got referrals from no's who hated the coffee or just didn't like it or just said no because they were in a bad mood, whatever. A no is a no. It doesn't matter. It's like a win is a win. Whether you win by 50 points or you win by one, the last minute field goal, it's still a W. A no is still an N, okay? So we've turned no's into legs that now have $500 to $2,000 in volume in them. And the cafe connectors just shaking their head going, thank you, Robert. Thank you for pushing me. That's my job, is to push you into doing what needs to be done to build a network marketing business, because I know this business. I've been in it 40 years. Guys, gals, $4.95. Do you like the smell or taste? Do you feel the nootropics? Let's get 25 yes or no's, and let's get a referrals. 1, 2, 3, 4 is your game plan. Number 1. What's number 1? Smell or taste. It's number 2, nootropics. Number 3, how many yeses and nos are you getting at the end of the month? And number 4, did you ask for referrals from those yeses and nos? The yeses who come in, you get referrals. And we've had folks that tried the coffee and they go, my gosh, with your, I gave you 4 people's names and they've already bought samples. I've already gotten notices. What did you do? You called my family and friends already? Oh my gosh, thank you. I appreciate the help. So guys, this is your game plan at Felice Cafe. This is your game plan. I spent a lot of time explaining the behind the scene details. I'm going to do a shorter video that's the game plan that'll be attached or around this. But this is the long training, because you need to know that this wasn't just, we just didn't get this and go, let's just start a coffee company and see what happens. We're not doing that. You don't get $1 million backers with that. You don't get people like us that go all in with everything that we've earned and done for our 40-year career into a company where you just throw it around and say, we're just going to guess it. Guys, this is proven for us. This is proven right here. This is our game plan. $4.95. Do you like the smell or taste? Do you feel the nootropics? Give me a yes or no. Can you give me some referrals with coffee? That's it. That's your game plan. Any questions, let me know. Love to work with you to help you build your Felice Cafe business. And remember, it's always a great day at Felice Cafe, and the best is yet to come.